US President Donald Trump has signed an executive order increasing tariffs on most Brazilian imports to 50%, up from the previous 10%. The White House says the move is in response to Brazil's alleged suppression of free speech and judicial actions against former President Jair Bolsonaro. In response, President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva has pledged to invoke Brazil's economic reciprocity law, asserting that if the US charges Brazil 50%, Brazil will charge US 50%. The president also called an emergency cabinet meeting to design a coordinated response strategy, even as diplomatic channels remain open. However, the tax hikes exclude oil. The US is Brazil's top export. It's after Petrobras, Shell, Total Energies, ExxonMobil, and Equinor all suspended shipments to America for most of July ahead of the 1st of August deadline. However, deadline has since moved to the 6th of August. Shipments have now resumed. Still, the disruption underscored how ambiguity in trade policy can ripple across supply chains.
Uma metralhadora tarifária giratória.
Trump launches a rotating tariff machine gun indiscriminately, and without good reasoning, this creates great insecurity for all companies and sectors that have commercial relations with the United States, so they are forced to seek new markets to diversify. So this instability imposed by the Trump administration on international trade creates this insecurity and will inevitably force countries to diversify their trading partners. Naturally, the US is a formidable market, and no one wants to lose its market share, but this market needs to be relatively friendly.
Meanwhile, Brazil's government has voiced concern over the impact on vital export sectors, including coffee, beef, orange juice, and aircraft. Officials noted that Brazil supplies a third of all coffee consumed in the US. Speaking to CNN Brazil, Finance Minister Fernando Haddad said he aims to preserve business confidence despite the uncertainty. However, he added that the full extent of the US measures remains unclear. Haddad also noted an unexpected side effects, such as falling prices in Brazil's domestic food market.
I'm even noticing this. The reports I'm getting on price behavior over the last 2 weeks are precisely those that are being targeted by the tariffs, especially meat and fruit. There has been a perception that retail prices are now falling. We cannot be arrogant or submissive. We have to respect Brazil. Brazil has a good size. Every country deserves respect. But Brazil, because of its dimension, its importance in the world, and its historic multilateral diplomacy, I think we have all the conditions to prevent August 1st from being a fateful day. We will continue negotiating.
Alongside the tariff hike, Washington has also imposed visa restrictions and asset freezes on Brazilian Supreme Court Justice Alexandre de Moraes and several associates.